What's up, guys? This is Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with Tesla SPY in the broader markets. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. So as far as Tesla's going, right now Tesla's range bound. As we push to the higher 420s, we do like to reject. But as we get down all the way down to like the 415 area, we like to see Tesla bounce. And right now Tesla's actually testing a support that's very close to 420. We're also trying to make higher lows on Tesla, which is a good sign. And that could also solidify more upside for next week if we hold this critical support. Now, on the daily time frame, what happened to Tesla is that we basically got a rejection yesterday and we're still kind of flat right now. So we're kind of having like an inside day. And when you zoom in more, what you'll see is that Tesla pumped in the morning, then it dipped down as time had gone on, which is what we were talking about in my previous videos. Tesla did push to almost 430, so it did go a bit above 425. Then we dipped back down, and we might actually dip closer to like the 420 flats, then bounce. And I think we just continue to trade sideways from here. That's likely what Tesla's going to be doing. We had this update from President Trump that came out about how he completed a very productive call with President Xi of China. At least that's what he claims. They talked about many different issues, and they ended up talking about the approval of a TikTok deal. That is some good news. He also talked about how he may potentially meet up with Xi Jinping in the upcoming months. So that is some good news as well. But we'll see what ends up happening. The market did like that news. When this came out, the market bounced a bit, but Tesla's still kind of lackluster. So I could see this dip closer to like 420, then try to bounce. I want to see 420 hold. If we bounce off that, we could retest 425. But I think for the most part, Tesla's going to be range bound, not really doing a whole lot. So be careful with trading options for it. For SPY, we're trying to bounce here. If we break past 622.8, there's a gap to fill at 663.5. But if we end up losing 662, we could dip back down towards, the 661 area. I do think SPY has some upside potential to try to fill this gap. But even if we do push a little bit, we might just turn back down, just continue to trade sideways. I don't really expect too much. As you can tell, we kind of like dipped, bounced a bit. We'll see if we go a little higher or not. Maybe we dip back down, just then kind of close like kind of flat. If anything, I think that's what SPY is going to be doing most likely, getting a flat close like that. We'll see if we try to push to fill that gap. We could see some upside, but then we might turn back down and still get a flat close. The QQQ is looking more bullish though with the Nasdaq. We're favoring 599 as a potential target, close to 600. Then we could turn back down to 598 and just continue to trade sideways. On the IWM, we have a double top here. We dip back down. We could push back up to 245, then dip back down to 242.5 and continue to trade sideways. ES is looking decent. We're actually kind of like range bound right now. As we push towards, or as we dip towards 6680, we like to get bought back up, but around the 6700s, we like to reject. I could see us get close to all-time highs, then dip back down to 6700 flats. I think we just trade sideways, not really doing much else. NQ is looking stronger as long as we don't lose 24,750. We could be looking for new all-time highs. 24,850 could be tested and dip back down in some sideways price action. Looking at Bitcoin, we're trying to bounce here with a nice divergence. We could be looking for 116,000 and then dip back down. And once again, Tesla could be dipping to like the lower 420s and bounce. And I think we just trade sideways for the most part between 420 and 425. Nvidia needed to hold above 178 to be bullish. Unfortunately, we rejected near there. So we're still technically getting rejected off this trend line. And there could be a test of 174. So it might actually dip a little bit more. Apple might be looking for an attempt for essentially 246 or above. For AMD, we're kind of in the middle. We could be looking for an attempt for 159 to 160. Coinbase is also looking more bullish, favoring 348. Could try to push a bit. For Amazon, we could be looking for essentially 235 as our target and the resistance. Meta might be dipping to 764, and we'll see if we bounce. Google could be looking for 255 plus, and then Microsoft could also be looking for an attempt to push for 514. So overall, the market is still holding up well. The VIX is kind of flat here, not really doing much. So I do think the market continues to see lots of sideways price action. SPY might push for the 663s, then dip back down to 661 and continue to trade sideways. I think it's going to be mostly a sideways day now because of all the option expirations due to quadruple witching. So let's see a little bit more upside on SPY, then a dip back down, some sideways price action. With that being said, I thank you all so much for listening. Have an awesome rest of your guys' days. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one and peace out.